What's up guys, Tim Wilson here from Tango 7 Gaming and welcome back to another Hot or Not course playthrough. I'm going to make my apologies straight off the bat guys if I'm sounding all congested and bunged up. I do have a cold at the moment and it is playing a little bit havoc with my sinuses and I'm not feeling too great, but so apologies up front if you do hear the occasional sort of cough or I'm clearing my throat. I am struggling a little bit at the moment, but I wanted to get this video out. I did have some extra time. I wanted to jump on and get this video out. As you can see, today's course in the top left-hand corner is The Alchemist, and this one is by Scott Fulton. Let's have a quick look at the details that we've got for this course. Scorecard, we are playing on, with the pro clubs, we are playing on the blue tees, which is the furthest tees, and you can see it is a monster, and I mean an absolute beast. 7,686 yards, so you can expect some extremely long holes. Let's just have a quick look at this. So we got opening par 5 of 574, we got another par 5 in there of 598, par 4 of 524, back 9 we got a par 5 at 605, another par 4, the 14th at 502, so some pretty long par 4s and some long par 5s. We've got the wind set to low as usual. Let's get this round underway. Looks like he's used the autumn theme because we've got the reddish and the gold coloured trees in there, which is quite apt considering that we've just come into autumn here in the United Kingdom. So all the trees are starting to turn colour at the moment. 300-yard drive on the first hole. This is a par 5, 266. Probably not going to reach, and it's a really treacherous opening to this green. Water on the right, bunker on the left. I think I'm going to play smart here and try and just drop this short. I may even play towards this rough and hope for a bounce out of the rough. I've hit a fast. It is straight, so we may still catch some of this fairway. I'm hoping for a bounce to the right. No, that's okay. Looks like we've got a fairly decent angle on the flag. So that worked out alright. 66 yards into the flag, so it's bang on the yardage for the club. Just want to take a little bit of time just to say thank you to all those people that have been watching this new series and also dropping likes and comments. The likes have been great, more so than normal, so it's fantastic to see. Thank you very much guys, and thank you for the support, the continued support. I would imagine it's the same people that are watching over and over again that get invested in a series or a creator and like to watch their videos. That's a birdie on the first hole, so that's a good start. Yeah, so thank you to all those people that have been watching the videos and leaving comments. We've had a fair few comments on the videos from a wide variety of people, from the designers to people who regularly watch the channel. So thank you very much for that. All right, so we've got a par 3 second here, 174, but it is in a really tight spot. So attacking that flag is going to be tough because you want to be landing it short and rolling up, but there's no real landing area with that pin in the front left position. We are using pin sets number 1. I may just try and bring this in a little bit. This is going to be tricky. And it could go all kind of wrong. Yeah, I moved it too far to the... Ooh, that was, I tell you what, that was probably a foot for being okay, because if it landed on the other side of that mound, it may have actually popped onto the green. So it's not the end of the world. I'm not too displeased with that. We just need to make sure we can try and get this up and down now. So this course has had almost 2,700 plays. So the handicap rating, the stroke index that you see at the top of the screen there on the left, stroke index 5, is a really accurate representation of the difficulty of this particular hole. We got that? Yeah, we got that. That was a tricky little putt. Nice up and down out of the bunker there. That is a par, so we're 1 under par through 2. Just taking a sip of the coffee just to wet the whistle. Alright, a relatively short par 4, 386 yards, but a really tricky landing area because if you do hit the fairway, which I'm hoping to do. The question is it going to roll out? There is a slight slope there. Let's hope it doesn't roll too far. No, that's good, and it should give me a really good angle on the flag. Yeah, great angle on the flag. A little bit easier to get at this one than the last one. Doesn't mean to say it's going to be easy. I said it's a little bit easier to access. Have I come up too short? No, that's okay. That's going to leave me about 10, 12 feet maybe? 9 feet. That just grabs it on the left hand side. So that is 3 holes down, 2 birdies. I must admit, I am really enjoying this course, not only from a visual perspective, but also from a playability point of view. Is that it's not easy. It's not crazy easy, but it's a challenging course. There's a lot of things that make you think, and that's the thing that I'm always looking for. You know, where do I land this ball in order for it to feed down to the flag? Where do I put this ball in order to make it, you know, roll up to the pin? Like this one, for example, we've got, even though we don't have this false front here, that's not a false front because it's quite flat in the front of the green. We do have this slope between myself and the flag, so we need to make sure that we carry it all the way up there. Now this is the long par 4. I'm really in between clubs here because I think that if I go too far it's going to roll. Mind you, that's coming back towards me. It's playing about 233, which is bang on the yardage for this club. However, it is going to be way too long if I play it as it is, so I'm going to drop it down to the hybrid. Once more, I have forgotten to change to the 2 wood, which was recommended to me. So I have a feeling that that is going to come up short. It is going to come up short. And we've left ourselves a tricky little shot here. That is in the rough. Wow, that chunked out really badly. And we are now going to struggle to pick up the par. So I've made a complete mess of this hole. Perhaps in hindsight, and hindsight's a wonderful thing, I should have actually taken the 3 wood. .31 feet. The greens are quite fast on this course. They are playing 175. Is that going to go in? Ooh, just misses on the right. So we are going to pick up a bogey. We're going to drop back to 1 under par. And we're on to hole number 5, a long par 5. It is almost 600 yards. So there's no way we're going to be getting there in 2. I have actually hit a fast there. It should, I was going to say it should hold the fairway. The good thing is that I wasn't going to get there in 2 anyway, but that doesn't excuse the fact that I've just put that smack bang in the middle of the bunker. So let's see if we can just progress this down the fairway, maybe 150, up and over the tree. And it's going to catch that slope, just feed down a little bit. So that was pretty much what I was looking to do. 156 yards, leaves me 140 into this flag. If we can get this close, we may still have a birdie attempt. That's playing about 143. We do have a down slope, so the ball is going to kick forward. That looks good. It's going to be on. Yeah, I'll take that. 4 feet for the birdie. So this is, if we can get this in. Yep. That makes up for the bogey on the previous hole, so we go back to 2 under par, so that immediate bounce back after that tough hole. That was a stroke index 3 on 4. That par 3, stroke index 1, and we birdied that one, so a little bit... I didn't play that par 4 very well, let's be honest. Right, can we get this up and over the bunker? It doesn't look like there's a lot of... See, that is a great golf hole, that is. Because if you want sight on the flag, you need to be landing it here. If you go here, you could leave yourself unsighted for the second shot, but that's where you get the distance. So I'm going to go there and hope that I get enough of a... Oh, slow down. See, that was always going to be the problem. It's going to kick to the left, kick to the right, and end up in the rough. Long par 4, stroke index 7. I'm going to have to just try and bang this down there and hope that it gets somewhere near the flag. It came out nicely, it sounded nice. It's going to get to the green. Oh, and it's going to roll up nicely as well. That is a better result than I anticipated. Much better. And that's going to leave me a birdie attempt now, which I did not expect after I landed in the rough. Yep. Alright, so back-to-back birdies. Got a fair different mixture on there. I've got 4 birdies, 1 bogey, 1 par. No eagles so far, no doubles, which is good. Water comes into play on a lot of these holes. You can see this from above. You know, it's depending on the club set that you have. I would imagine your beginners, you're going to be landing it around there. Your pros are going to be going here, and your masters are going to be going all the way over here. Mind you, it's got a 4 hybrid, so you see, that's the thing. Look at that. You really got to think what you're doing here. I think I might take the 3-wood. It's not a long par 4, but I don't want to be running out of fairway. It's all about keeping this in the short stuff. So we'll take the 3-wood. We'll get it in the fairway. Nice flat bit of fairway. Yeah, then we should only have about 138 to the flag. Let's drop this down. That's tracking nicely. Is it going to come up short? Might kick forward. Yeah, it's kicked forward. It's just not going to make the green. Okay, so maybe I did add some onto that, so I'm not quite sure why that didn't make it there, but it didn't. So we can't spend an awful lot of time thinking about it. This is for the birdie. Don't want to be playing a full stroke here. That rolled on a little bit. We did hit it fast, so that's going to add a little bit of extra distance, but we should be able to safely tap that one in for the par. This front 9 is absolutely flying by. Hole number 8, 476 yard par 4, playing slightly less at 464 today. Safely in the fairway. Let's see what this second shot brings us. 176 to the flag. We've got a 6-iron in hand. A little bit of wind and a little bit of movement on the ground. The ball was slightly on a down slope and moving to the right. That is okay. That's going to slow up. That's going to leave me about 15 feet for the birdie. 12 feet to be precise. A little bit of movement from left to right, but then right at the end it dives. So I'm going to leave it as it is. And it should turn now. There we go. Four under through 8. We come on to the final hole on the front 9, and what a hole. Look at that. That for me so far is the signature hole. That is an impressive golf hole. Let's have another look at that a little bit closely. We don't want to look at it from that angle, we want to look at it from that angle. That is such a nice golf hole. Really, really impressive. Some great plants in there. I would imagine that's a tee box. Is that a tee box? That might be a tee box for number 10. Yeah, it is. Excuse me. So that's that may have been the tee box at 1. Maybe that. No, I'm not sure. I'm guessing at the moment. I'm guessing. Let's just get this done. 154. I'm going to play that and I'm going to let it roll up to the flag. I think that's got enough to get there. It's going to have more than enough. It's probably going to be a bit too big. Slow down. Wow, that has rolled on a lot. 173. 22 feet, 1 foot uphill. More movement in the second half of the putt, so I'm going to move that over. 22 feet. I say slightly. 1 foot uphill, so more than slightly. Aim was quite a lot off on that one, but we are going to be able to pick up the par. That for me, number 9 is the signature hole so far. This course is in a good position in my head at the moment. I'm really liking it. It is, unless it lets me down on the back 9. That was the tee box that was just to the left of, or just to at the back of the 9th green. Yeah, what a great use of the water on this course. I mean, look at this. It is really, really nice. Yeah, this, as I said, at the end of hole number 9, this course in my head is in a really good place. So if it keeps going the way it's going, it's looking favourable for the Alchemist. Par 4, long one, still 226 to the flag. Going to drop it down to the 4 hybrid. I'm going to really deal off this just to try and get this right up on the green. A low stinger. It may come up short. It is going to come up short. Oh, it's 18. It's playing about 19. I may actually go for a flop shot here. A little bit fast, so it's gone past the hole, but let's have a quick look at this. These putts are pretty tricky as well. Okay, we're in. We're in. Right, hole number 10 done. Hole number 11 is a par 5. This is the beast. This is 605 yards. That flag seems like an absolute age away. Look at it, it's all the way down there. Let's get this hole going. 602 yards. We are not even going to be close to getting it there in 2. I do not have the firepower in my armoury to get there using the pro club, so we are just going to punch this down the fairway, hope that that holds on. It has just held on, which is good. Question is, can we get it over the water with the second? We can. It's finding the fairway because we've got a bit of a slope here, so let's just make sure we get this in the short stuff. Came out nicely, gone to the right like I thought it would do. It's in the fairway. Alright, so we're back after that connection drop. We are just about to attempt our pitch shot on the 11th. Played two decent shots, drive and a second to within 80 yards. See if we can get this close. Looks okay. And if that slows, we should have about 12 feet. 10 feet for the birdie. Stroke index 8, so it is middle of the road stuff here. May have hit that a bit hard. I did hit it a bit hard, so it took all the break out of it. Disappointing putt after a couple of decent shots to get the hole underway. But we tap it in for a par. It's not a bogey, so I can't be too disappointed, but it was definitely a birdie up for grabs there. Hole number 12, par 4, 436 yards. Playing 381, so a lot shorter today. Almost 40 yards shorter. Sorry, almost 60 yards shorter. But there's no way you can go as the crow flies because the fairway and the water do not allow it. So let's get this in the fairway and let's see how far we've got to go. See, we've still got 153 to go. Bite, bite. That was still long, even though I took quite a lot off of that. Excuse me. 158 yards. We've got 14 feet, slightly downhill. This is for the birdie. Turn, turn, turn. Just the last couple of holes, my putts have let me down. We tap it in for the par. Nothing doing on this back nine so far. 3 pars in the row. Short par 4 here. Stroke index 18. Easiest hole on the course. Supposed to be. Wow, if you had the master clubs, you would definitely be going for that. Most definitely be going for that. As it is, I do have the pro clubs, but I am going to try and put it right up there near the green. I'm going over the trees. And that's a great outcome. I think we should have a fairly flat lie there as well. Yeah, really good outcome. Definitely reachable with the master clubs. Great golf hole. I think the wind would have a massive impact on this hole if you were playing this in an event. Probably took a little too much off of that. I've left myself a tricky little putt here. Didn't feel like I hit that very well, but it's going to get there. We are going to pick up a birdie. First on the back nine, hole number 13. It is stroke index 18, so you'd expect to actually do it, but that chip shot or that flop shot onto the green wasn't incredibly convincing. Hole number 14, 502 yards, playing slightly less, 30 yards less at 471. Still fairly long for a par 4, so it is going to leave a decent shot, a mid-iron into the green. I would imagine we're probably going to have a 6 or a 7 iron into the green. Let's have a look. No, wow, 6 or 7. We've still got the hybrid. I may drop it down to the 4 iron. Let's have a quick look at this green. That's getting better and better and better. So I allowed for the slope, I allowed for the wind, I allowed for the slope on the green when it landed. And we leave ourselves 6 feet. Pretty pleased with that approach shot into that green. And we pick up a birdie for our efforts. Right, 4 holes to play. Par 3, 15th. 226 yards, stroke index 4. So fourth toughest hole on the course. It's going to be tough to stop this ball. I'm going to try and loft this up. I don't think it's going to make an awful lot of difference. I think this is going to be long. I did push that quite a bit as well, so not a great result there, to be honest with you. That rolls down to the flag, so anywhere on the green, and we should be able to just trickle it down towards the flag like that, and that's going to leave us about 4 or 5 feet for the par. 5 feet for the par. We're in, and we head into the final 3 holes. Hole number 16, stroke index 12, par 4, 492. Another one of these long par 4s, almost 500 yards. Playing 479, so almost bang on the yardage, which means we are going to have, without doubt, a hybrid or a 3-wood into this green. 300 yards, so I would imagine we're going to have 5 iron. So that was I got my calculations completely wrong there. So we do have a mid iron into the green here, 5 iron. Probably going to come in with a 6 iron. Try and get it to bounce up onto the green. I'm not sure whether it's uphill there. It is. We didn't quite make it. It wasn't too bad, but didn't shower ourselves in glory there. Let's just tap this in for the par. It's well thought out, this course, with regards to distances, because with the pro clubs you are really struggling to get to the green in 2 in some cases, and it does make for a really, really interesting, thought-provoking round. Alright, so very similar to the 9th, we've got this island type scenario going on here. Another great hole. I still think 9 looks nicer than this, but you know, it's very, very similar. I've used the hybrid. I want to just get this up on the green. Probably allowed more for the wind there than I should have. It's only 3 or 4 mile an hour. It shouldn't move it that much. Slightly uphill this putt, 20 feet. I may have hit that a bit too hard. Not a bit. I've hit it a lot too hard. It's caught a slope on the other side. That is terrible. That's terrible. 20-foot putt. I knew I'd hit it too hard as soon as I hit it. And now we have gone 30 feet past the hole. And it's 1 foot uphill as well. So we are going to be picking up a bogey here on the second to last hole. That was disappointing. I mean, that is stroke index 10. That should not be a tough hole. Really disappointed to get another red number on the card. That was a lack of concentration more than anything else. That was nothing to do with the course whatsoever. This is the 18th. This should be a decent looking golf hole. Par 5. I love a par 5. I also enjoy a par 3 coming into the towards the clubhouse, but a par 5 tends to have this sort of aura around it when you're coming back in on the back 9 and you're heading towards the clubhouse. 2 really big shots, you can get yourself into a great position to pick up an eagle if it's reachable, which it is in this case. Let's have a quick look at this. So there you can see the clubhouse in the background. So this is a great golf hole, especially where that pin is, because that is really difficult to attack. Good thing is that we do have a little bit of a slope behind the flag, so that is going to slow things down. I'm going to try and draw this into the flag a little. it's going to be on. We are going to have an eagle putt, which we haven't had so far. Albeit it's going to be long. It's going to be about 30 feet, I think. Yeah, 31 feet. But it is an eagle putt nonetheless. We haven't had one of these. It'd be nice just to pick up a birdie here. Just to eliminate that bogey we had on the previous hole. It looks good. Oh, I didn't quite have the juice to get there. 1 foot shy, 8 inches to be precise. We tapped that in for the birdie. That is going to take us back, I think, to 6 under par. Let's have a quick look. 6 under par for the round. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, we can say it's going to be 8 birdies and 2 bogeys, yeah? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 8 birdies, 2 bogeys. The rest pars, no eagles in the round. Let's have a look at the stats for the round. 85% fairways in regulation, 66% greens in regulation, 1.39 putts per hole. All in all, that was it was a tough, thought-provoking round, and I am going to give that a rating of lukewarm. Not hot. It's probably the hotter side of lukewarm, but it is still a lukewarm. So that's the highest rating I've given so far. By far my favourite so far out of the courses that I've played. I think this is the 4th one that I've done. If you guys enjoyed the video, hit that like button, leave some comments in the box below. Tell me what you think about the course if you've played it yourself. Tell me what your rating would have been on the course. If you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button, and I will be back very soon with course number 5 in the Hot or Not playthroughs. Until next time, guys, take care. See you soon. Bye-bye now.